Hi there, I'm back with another project, and in this case I did an altered book, and again the premise is basically just using scraps, and so lots of things from jelly prints, and this was rolling off the excess paint from my brayer, scraps of washi tape, things that I get on the outside of Happy Mail or friend mails. Lots of little things that I like to do for texture, so I'll probably paint over these circles. Another jelly print. This was experimentation with paper towels and printing on paper towels. More jelly prints. And one premise in this book is that when you alter a book, you take out some of the excess pages, so I basically kept 2 pages, cut 2 pages, and so on. And so in these spaces where there were pages cut out, I tried to attach other things. Very little scrapbook paper used in this case. I'm kind of getting away from scrapbooking paper in general. If I do use it, I generally use scraps, and then otherwise I've started to paint my scrapbook paper. And this was from, of course, most of us don't develop photos anymore, and I don't either, but I thought this was kind of cool, so I added that in. And lots of little hidey places for journaling that I don't want people to see. This is from an old card, in fact so old that it was really fragile and it ripped when I inserted it. And this was from experimentation with, I think, stencils, or I think attaching stickers and then using spray ink over the top of the stickers and then removing the stickers. And you see some canceled postage. I tried to kind of stick with a color theme. This is a photo I took while I was in New Orleans last time. It was an abandoned hot pink shoe. I thought it was kind of cool. It was kind of sort of glowing in the rain. And so I added that. You notice the paint swatches. Just all sorts of little nooks and crannies for journaling, especially if I don't want people to see it. I can just flip that down. Little frame. This was more spray ink. An envelope. These are made out of dryer sheets, and so they've got kind of a gauzy type see-through effect. And my pages are kind of sticking a little bit these days. This is from a card that I got at a thrift store, and this was from a father to a daughter kind of card, and it had the sentiment as vellum, and so I just tore that off, and so now I have a nice little nook for writing. And these are those annoying little inserts from magazines, the ones that fall out, subscription ones, and so I just decorated each one of those. You see the cool little antique postcard that has the majestic elk on it. I thought that was pretty cool. Another jelly print. Just some doodling of my initial. An antique postcard that has cool writing on the back. These are things I punch out from stencils, and then I keep the punch outs. I like the texture. In this case, it looks like raindrops or something. More jelly prints that I paired again with punch outs from stencils. And this is that cool paper that has lots of little fibers, so that when you tear the paper, you get the little kind of fibrous hairs that are showing on the ends. Very few, again, little scrapbooky things. This got sent to me in a Happy Mail, so I did go ahead and used it. I figured it was a journaling space. Always looking for journaling spaces. Jelly print. This has a cool little texture on it, and I'm really into texture. It's kind of a cheesecloth type texture. and a housewarming card that I found at a thrift store that has a little flap here as well as the card flap. I probably will paint that at some point because it's yellow and it doesn't go with anything else in here. This is a tiny little photo that a friend sent in a happy mail. I think it's pretty cool. I want one of those cameras that actually does small prints like that. This is a pocket that's made out of jelly prints, more jelly print work, and like I said, when I do use crafty papers, usually it's textured things, so this was something that somebody embossed and sent to me. You know, the clear glassine type vellum paper, and then back here it's kind of a velveteen or flocked paper, so it's got texture. And here I was jelly printing on deli paper, so it's real thin, and made a pocket. And the card, I actually tore the back of the card off so I can journal on that. This was a card that had a puppy and a kitten on it, and I just went ahead and covered that with some napkin paper and then put the butterfly over it so it would suit my purpose. This is created out of a jelly roll, or washi tape backing. So it's actually packaging, and I like to repurpose packaging quite a bit. Just covered that over, and it kind of works like a matchbook. You can see the little hanging thing for them to hang it in the store. And this is just repurposing a leftover doily, and this is a bill. And I had cut this image out of the postcard and left the body, and then just added this head. Pretty cute. And this is from a friend mail as well. It's from one of those Instax cameras. I think those are so cool, and I definitely want one at some point. A doily that I jelly plated. And here's a napkin and some doilies. Library card pocket and more jelly print paper. Some cool little stamps there, stickers that I got somewhere, probably a thrift store. And I did a series of postcards where I was using scraps, and so they kind of fit my color theme, so I inserted some of those. And envelope, little scrapbook papers, another embossed piece of paper, and a heart collection. Here's another one of those postcards that I did out of scraps. And just lots of getting rid of scraps, experimentation. I made a pocket and a tag out of scraps. This is a little booklet that you would get at the Home Depot type store, and it's paint samples, and so I collaged on the outside. And then it has images showing you what the paint would look like in your home. More napkins, doilies. I got the butterfly, it's fabric, and I got that in a happy mail. And these are more punch outs from stencils that I'll probably draw around or paint over. This is a paper bag that I got from some store. I just like the texture and the sound, if that sounds weird. It's a jelly print, something I got in a happy mail. This is a journaling card, scrapbooking journaling card that I tore in half. Just little places for me to write. A bill, which I'll go ahead and probably collage over just so it doesn't have any information. This is tissue paper. More little, this is a journaling card, I think from scrapbooking that somebody sent me. Some spray ink work. More envelopes for tucking private journaling. This is a feather that I made, or maybe got in a happy mail, I can't remember. Just little spaces to write in and to work in. I'm starting to use up my stickers that I had when I scrapbooked, And in this case, I'll probably paint over these, or maybe not. These actually have kind of a soft little velvety feel, kind of like the texture. This awesome photo of a beauty pageant. I thought that was kind of cool. A little meaningful life postcard. And some circles. A pocket I created. These circles actually are from duct tape from the Dollar Tree. It's just the packaging, and again, I'll probably paint those. And just a frame I had around that I'll see if I can find a cool image for. So that's this week's project. Usually these take me about a week, and it's nice and fat. I'll probably have to get some sort of strapping accomplished on the cover just so it will stay together. But that's that, and on to the next project. Thanks for watching.